Hey guys, my name's Andrew Pecoraro with PecksMetalPicks, and I'm here with Invent Animate. Here we have
I'm Ben from Invent.
And my name's Trey. And I play drums. Ben does vocals.
So my first question, just a warm-up one, is what bands influence you guys?
I think this goes for, I can speak for like most of the people in the band, but we kind of listen to like either extremes of the spectrum. Like we either listen to really heavy stuff or really chill, like almost nothing happening, ambient, like stuff like that. So and I think that comes out in our music too. So it's like, I guess the blend of heavy and really
Phil.
really yeah heavy and really like melodic and ambient, super chill stuff. Like I think that comes out in it.
I'm sure you guys get this a lot, but a lot of people hear Northlane when they listen to your guys' kind of stuff. Is that like an influence on you guys, or is that just sort of a coincidence?
Yeah, they are like they do have the same themes. You know, they have the melodic chill stuff and the heavy parts. You know, it's like we do it a little bit differently. I think it's not like we go for like a Northlane thing, but I think we tend to have similar characteristics.
Your vocals, especially, Ben. I mean, like, I will say though, I've seen you guys live. I've seen Northlane live. Yours are way more powerful than his, but you guys do sound sort of similar.
I'll say that like when I started to scream, I didn't really know what I was doing, and when I actually learned the proper techniques and stuff, what felt comfortable with me was what I stuck with. And the band called Northlane happened to be coming up at a similar time when I started learning to actually do vocals. And I know this sounds funny, but when I started to scream like that, a lot of people were like, "You sound like Joe from Born of Osiris," like the keyboard guy.
Mm-hmm.
And they sound kind of similar too. So that's all I heard at the beginning. And then like we put out a song and everyone was like, "Dude, Northlane," and we were like, "No, what?" You know? So it was like, I mean, you can't argue and say we're not in the similar vein, because we're in the same vein of progressive music. And I mean, it's fine. Like I understand where it comes from, but like you said, it's like we've been doing, like it kind of comes out in what we listen to and what we want to play. It just the extreme side of chill and this extreme side of heavy, like we just kind of try to blend those, you know, as best as we can. So
What do you guys think the future of metalcore is going to be like, especially with all these bands that are up and coming, have the same sort of formula?
yeah. For the future of it, like we're gonna continue doing no, I mean, I'm being real. Like for us, we're gonna continue doing what we feel like. The future of it looks a little bit more. I don't know. There's so many bands pushing the envelope right now. There really are a lot of bands like Silent Planet's out there doing their thing, and it's like there's a lot of bands doing different things, and it's like it's hard to say, but I really do think it's going in the heavier drop tuned ambient progressive way, you know, as far as metalcore goes. You can consider metalcore the verse chorus always, you know, what it was, you know, 2009 to 2013, but it's like I think as a whole it's going in a more progressive direction. I really do. So yeah.
My next question is, with bands like Bring Me the Horizon, most recently Icy Stars, I sort of feel like Crown the Empire's next. All of these big bands pretty high at the top, going sort of softer. Do you guys feel like that makes it a little bit harder for you to move up when all of these softer metalcore bands are still occupying that space at the top?
I'm gonna let Trey answer that one first.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I guess along like in the same vein as what he was just saying, like the bands that are like finding, I feel like the whole genre is getting less, like people are getting tired of gimmicks and
Yeah.
they want real stuff. So the bands that are pushing the envelope and finding their niche and like finding what they're good at and doing that the best, I think that's like working out well. And people are getting tired of just same old verse chorus, like he was saying, and people want substance, and they like at the end of the day, like and I mean I like some of those bigger bands, like it's like I'm not gonna be an elitist and say like, you know, you have to be an underdog to like enjoy it, but like I don't know, yeah, I think everyone like in some part of their soul kind of craves melody and wants something to sing along to, but at the same time, like, we also crave that super heavy stuff, and I mean, who knows, like, people's music taste changes over the years and stuff.
Fall.
Fall.
No, just kidding. No, like, just going off what he said, like, I think there's room for everything, you know. I really do. Like, I mean, we jam Ringme's record all the time, so it's like we love that. So it's like the fact that they're doing what they're doing and they came out of the metalcore genre is incredible. Like, we really think we think it's expanding the genre, because if they love that new record, they're gonna go back and check out Count Your Blessings.
Do you think
And
so?
I really do. And even if they hate it at first, like, they're gonna be like, whoa, like, they're gonna find out this whole like just plethora of different like bands like through that. And I mean, it's like, even as a new listener to like heavy music, like, it took me a few like months to get screaming, but I think that like everyone needs that bridge band, and it's like, I think that Bring Me is being like one of the best bridge bands like in the genre, because they literally have a sick rock record, and then they have a sick deathcore record, and they have a sick metalcore record, and it's like that's incredible to me. So it's like, how could I ever be upset with that? Like, it really...
Like, I don't know many people that were just, like, instantly, like, loved deathcore, you know? Like, I think everyone gets it, like, peppered in a little bit, and, and just grows to like it.
Okay, so you guys started in 2011. 5 years later, you've only lost one guitarist, and that was last year. But other than that original lineup, how do you guys make that work with all the touring, 2 albums, staying together?
If I said it was easy, I'd be lying like a lot, because, you know, everyone with their jobs, like, I work at Guitar Center when I'm home, and they let me, I'm the only tourist at the store, and they let me off for multiple like months at a time. So I'm blessed with that, and a lot of jobs, you know, just a lot of jobs don't let you do that. And the guys, their jobs are just, it's working for now, and it's like, you know, it keeps on picking up and picking up. So it's something we have to deal with, and it's like, we don't talk about it obviously, but it's like, it's not easy, but it's like all the guys make it work, you know, for what we want to do. It's just like what we started years ago. So it's like, it's hard, but it works. We make it work, you know. So
Are you also talking about sort of like chemistry within the band, like just while on tour, or?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I'm guessing some people get frustrated, or they figure out touring's not for them.
Yeah.
They don't like waking up in a van sweating every morning and
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like, you know, touring gets glorified a lot, but it's pretty nitty gritty. But I think, yeah, we all, I guess we all do have chemistry as a thing. Like, we're all on the same page mentally. Like, we know exactly what we want to do, what direction we're going. We're all pretty forward thinking, and no one's nobody's like just I don't know, nobody's like not involved, if that makes sense. Like, you know, some bands will have like kind of the business dude, and he handles all that, and like and just then the other dude's like, I mean, like Landon for plot, like he writes everything. So like, you know, like some people could view that as like, you know, the other dudes are just like there to play the instrument or whatever.
Man, have a last minute entry. You want to be in it?
Get out of here. How?
But sorry, but yeah, we just all have chemistry, and we all are on the same page.
We're editing that out.
No, keep it in. Please, keep it in.
My next question's gonna like mention you if you want to be in it. All right, I'm scooting in close here.
What's up?
All right, so touring's hard. We get it. All right, next question. So you guys recently did an Ask Me Anything on Reddit, and both of you guys talked about basically Christianity and your religious beliefs and stuff. My follow-up question is going to be to Ben, but first off, it doesn't really show through in your guys' music. Is there a reason that you keep it separate and you draw the line like that on what you're going to put in and not?
It's because not everybody in the band is a Christian. It's him and I are, and it kind of started off as just like none of us were really Christians when we started the band, and pick up from here.
I guess there's I mean, I think there's a difference between like being a straight up worship band and then just having like Christians in a band, you know.
Yeah.
And
It's easier to approach, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of have an advantage. Not an advantage. Well, maybe an advantage. We kind of have I don't know, like since we're in a band that anybody can just like accept, like Christians, non-Christians, they all like can enjoy this. And there's, when I was mentioning that there's like an advantage, it's like sometimes if you're in like a Christian band and you claim that all the time, like you're not necessarily gonna be able to like, I don't know, impact someone in the same way. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they're around those people, they kind of put their guard up or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we can still...
Yeah, okay, how about this? I asked Fit for a King this question, because they're a Christian band, but they try to be super inclusive of everybody, too.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, a couple years ago, especially bands on, like, Solid State, it was kind of like a trendy thing to be a Christian band. That's, like, what you did to get big.
yeah.
And now it's kind of shifted away from that. It's sort of the opposite.
Yeah.
Is that, like... I mean, all right, let's just go over to Ben. So you aren't one of the religious ones, but you did mention that the lyrics in this album, you sort of wrote in a specific way where you could kind of interpret them, maybe.
I wasn't gonna write something that everyone in my band couldn't get behind, essentially. And a lot of the things that I push and a lot of the lyrical themes, they're not necessarily non-Christian, but they're not Christian, but they're things that everyone asks. They're questions that everyone has about the world, about things. And like I got with Trey, you know, before, and Caleb before, and I told them, you know, how I was approaching this album, and it's different than Ever Change or lyrically. It's a lot different stuff, and it's but I mean, main thing is I was not going to push anything that they would not be behind, because that's not what this band is about. And I mean, I really do think I touch on things that non-Christians and Christians can really feel and get behind. And it's like I've been there, and I grew up in a super Christian home, and I'm still like I can openly say that I'm still struggling to figure out what's right and what's wrong and where I'm at. And it's like these guys are always there for me. I talk to them about things all the time, and it's like, you know, I have questions like anyone else, and it's like we have a very good system in the band, and it's like it's cool how it works out. You know, it works out perfect. We have people that can relate to every angle of a problem. You know, when people come talk to us, we like any of us can talk about anything, and it's cool because we're all very open-minded. No one's judgmental, and it's just like we all have the same mindset. But it's like, yeah, we might believe in different things as of right now, but it's kind of the perfect setup, like quite literally. And it's like it works. It really does. Oh, sweet,
Oh man,
sweet dog.
might have a guest dog entrance.
Look at the photo.
Hi, dog.
Hey, Red Dog, what are they doing?
Get on home.
I was gonna say that seems like a pretty good answer to the. If only the camera could like point at the dog.
Stir the body up. Hey, guys,
Come here.
They're friends.
No.
Hey, doggy. They're friends. Good luck, guys.
I was gonna say that sounds like a pretty good answer to the how do you guys all stay together and not break up after 5 years?
I mean, it's never been a problem, you know. And it's like we never test each other. We never like, you know, we fight like brothers because we are kind of like brothers. But it's like at the same time, it's like there's no big mental issue with us. There's no roadblock between us, and it's cool because we all know where each other is at mentally and spiritually and wherever we are, and it's like we respect that about each other. And like I said, I'm not necessarily not even Christian. I'm just still learning. I'm still figuring things out, and I have so many questions that it's hard for me to claim certain things. And it's like with these guys, it's like it makes it, you know, I'm learning every day. I'm learning new things, and it's cool. It really is. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't like to say that I'm not a Christian, because it's like I grew up in so many different, with wonderful parents, wonderful everything.
Just open to a lot of things.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
All right, next question. Also on that AMA, you guys talked about wanting to do maybe like a collaboration sort of thing with Reflections, the way Northlane and In Heart's Wake did. Dude, what needs to happen to make that happen? Because that would be amazing.
They're gonna have to be
Well,
banned again.
That got very complicated.
Yeah.
Did you try and set it up? Was this like something that was already in the works?
No, I'm saying that got complicated in terms of them kind of disbanding or like going on hiatus. I mean, it's tough to get two bands under one roof, especially when one is actively, like us, actively touring and them like on the other side of the country.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that we would love to do, but again, they're not actively.
For two touring bands to have like the same schedule and budget and like be in the studio at the same time is like pretty hard.
Budget
as
is
it
another
is,
thing, 'cause
and
we're
then
both on labels. So
Maybe we'll do it
it's-
with Kubla Khan instead.
Yeah, Kubla Khan and Anime.
but
Okay.
It's hard. We'll try.
we would
That'd
love
be sick.
to.
I'd love it.
We'll text the group and see if they want to do it.
We have like super good, like they're like our best band friends. We have like super good chemistry with them, so I think it would honestly be cool and easy to write with them,
Oh yeah.
and it would be definitely super fun. But
Maybe someday.
maybe.
All right. What is your guys' favorite song off of Stillworld? Is it one of the singles, or is it something that a lot of people might not expect?
Mine is Celestial Floods, because I think that breakdown in the middle just slams all heck, and it's tight.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite. I like Celestial and Vacant and Soul Sleep.
Soul Sleep was so good.
Thank you.
That one might be my favorite.
Yeah,
What about you, Ben?
I really like Dead Roots. I really do. And that seems to be one that people are liking a lot too. And I really like Indigo, the track opener too. It's hard for me to pick, like they said, because it's like literally, like when we recorded these songs, it's like every time we finished one, it'd be like, all right, that song's my favorite. But it's hard, you know, when they're all together and done. So, but if I had to pick, I would probably say Dead Roots. Really would.
Okay. So Trey, this next question is pretty much for you. You have the ability to play a lot of instruments, and does that help with the record writing process? And how come you do drums out of all of them?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes, it does help because Keaton and I write everything instrumentally. So being able to like being able to write guitar and like when we like demo stuff out, we just kind of program MIDI drums. So it helps for me to be able to say like to air drum something and be like, yeah, let's do like this, or no, I would do that here instead of that, and whatever. So like it helps to be able to transition so smoothly and like be able to cover more ground. But
If you've ever heard a guitarist write drum parts for a drummer, it never works out like it should. You
Yeah,
know?
you've
Like,
always
it's
got-
like
you have to have like 4 arms to like play whatever a guitar player is gonna write for you usually. But your second thing, honestly, initially the only reason I started playing drums is because we couldn't find a drummer. Like I was gonna play guitar, and we were super small at the time, local band, and like hadn't even played a show yet or anything, and I was gonna play guitar, and just like we kept trying out drummers, and they all kind of were not good, and so I was like,
nobody could blast beat. Nobody could blast beat like Trey could. So
I was like, okay, I'll just do this, and we'll find a guy that's good at guitar. So that's what we did.
All right, cool. How do you guys like being signed to Tragic Hero Records? I think them and oh man, I can't think of it now. Tragic Hero Records is basically one of the smaller labels that I think every single band on it is extremely good. So is that kind of cool being signed to a smaller label? Do they give, are there some perks to that compared to like if you were on Rise or something?
Yeah, they have a pretty diverse roster, and I think it's cool. Like Those are really cool. There are fireworks going on.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
it's SeaWorld right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Screw that.
That's cool.
But it's cool.
Chanel.
Especially especially recently. They have a diverse roster, and they also have like a more slim roster in terms of like metalcore bands. So they take good care of us. They always have, and they've invested a lot in us, and we definitely wouldn't be where we are now without them. So it definitely has its perks. I mean, I like it. It was a great label to start on, and we're happy still. So.
I feel like they're there. Like if I need something in 30 minutes, it's like I can shoot an email to the label, and they're gonna get it done. And it's like we get that like hand and foot attention that it's like that could I don't know, but it could lack on a bigger label, you know. And it's like it's more so like it's more of a personal relationship than like let me text this label owner and see if he'll maybe do this for. It's like I can just text Tommy, he's awesome, and just talk to him like a buddy, you know. And it's like it's the more of that than big emails and, you know, stuff like that. Like it's just more personal. It really is. So they're awesome. Can't complain.
This might be, I don't know if you would be willing to say this, but if a bigger label like Rise or Sumerian or somebody came along with an offer, do you think that you would stay, or do you think that you might move on? Also, you don't have to answer this because they might watch.
Yeah, I don't know if we can.
That's like contractually.
I don't think we can
No.
safely.
No.
I'm sorry, I
No,
did.
Tommy.
No
we
way.
wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't. Okay, for the
We
record,
can't safely.
I didn't write that one down, so I just I thought I'd wing that
Yeah.
one. All right, so we're getting pretty close to the end. So Stillworld has a lot of wintry themes. Got White Wolf, Celestial Floods. All of the songs on YouTube have like snow falling in the background and the wolf. You have the album art, of course. Did that just kind of come up while you're writing it, or did you plan that out? Is it supposed to have like a wintry theme?
Yeah, we followed a theme.
It's icy.
Yeah,
Icy?
we followed a theme, and we like set out to make it very like crisp and like icy and like kind of cold, and like as the album was getting finished, like that was the best way we could describe it. And so naturally all the like art and themes like with the videos and stuff that kind of followed. But yeah, it was intentional.
Sounds like they're getting louder.
Yeah. And I think that we wrote with that in mind too, and we kind of even more so accentuated on like the breathy kind of like icy yet like bright atmosphere.
Those are crazy. I've never seen fireworks do that. I'm sorry.
Those are cool. But yeah, we focused on that to contrast like the heavy stuff, and just I don't know. I guess like Everchanger, even if it wasn't like stated amongst us or something, like has always felt like summery to me. But and so in contrast, we wanted to do something that felt wintry. So that's how it turned out.
We got a Halloween record 2017.
It's gonna be orange.
Orange.
That's it.
Let's see. That's the end of my questions, guys. Do you have anything that you want to say to the fans, or just bring up? I know your album just came out. I think the first week sales just ended.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like any of our fans watching this, like anybody who's bought the record, pre-ordered it, came to a show and bought a record, thank you so much. Like we just got our first week numbers back, and we like absolutely, like you guys absolutely blew past what we were even like gonna be happy with. So
Trey cried.
Yeah,
we got teary-eyed when we heard the number.
I literally teared up when Keaton told me.
So
But
thank you.
yes, thanks so
everybody.
much. And yeah, like he said, it just came out, so it's still fresh. So if you want to pick it up, that's still cool.
We got the finale for the finale of the interview.
And yes, it's probably on Spotify now. Gosh.
Anything you want to say at the end, Ben?
Apple Music too. It's on Apple Music.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but no, I mean it's like you said, it's still fresh. Came out like less than a week ago. So, I mean, thank you if you picked it up. That's insane to us that you even care, and it really is. Like that's 100% real. And we have a lot more of this tour to go on. If you're coming through, you know, come to a show. We have records, you know, everything. So
Here comes Kiki.
thank you. Oh no.
Oh man, maybe we'll keep it running just so we could do a last minute appearance.
Kiki, get in.
We just finished. Keaton, what do you want to say? Ask yourself some questions. You and Kayla are exactly the same.
Kiki, come in. Do this thing.
Yo, you're being a dog.
That's what I did.
I'm just gonna put all the run bys and all the distractions and everything as like the intro. The theme of this interview is interruptions.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? All right.
Look,
Last minute
What are you
words.
doing?
Last minute words. What's up? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm here with Invent Animate. Like I said, pick up their new album, Stillworld. Catch them on tour with Plotting You, Styler, and Erra. And thanks for watching, guys.
Hey, you guys. God, that was the.